Out on the Radeon side for the RX 7000 series GPUs, AMD Radeon RX 7900, 7800, and 7700 XT graphics cards listed by SeaSonic recommend same power supply as existing lineup. SeaSonic has unexpectedly listed AMD's next generation RDNA 3 Radeon RX 7900 XT, 7800 XT, and the 7700 XT graphics cards. And here we go. The PSU maker listed the trio of graphics cards on its wattage calculator, which can be configured with a range of hardware components to get an idea of what sort of power requirements your PC setup would demand and what's the best choice of power supply for your build before you go to buy a new one. If you go to the wattage calculator page right now, you would notice that 3 unreleased GPUs listed under the graphics tab. These include the 7900, 7800, and 7700 XT. Here's a screenshot of it right here. The website doesn't mention specifications, but it should be mentioned that this isn't some form of mislabeling, since the other 6900, 6800, and 6700 XT graphics cards are still listed within the drop-down menu. As for the power requirements, SeaSonic has a recommended 750 watt power supply for the 7900 XT and 7800 XT graphics cards, while a 650 watt power supply has been recommended for the 7700 XT. These are the same power requirements as the current lineup, with the 6900 and 6800 XT being recommended at 750 watts and a 650 watt power supply for the 6700 XT GPU. There's also no requirement for a 16-pin Gen 5 connector, which aligns with previous rumors, but we do expect the next gen RDNA 3 lineup to be the first to feature support for the Gen 5 protocol. What's happening here is most likely seems to be a case of preliminary or placeholder listings by the power supply manufacturer. AMD hasn't officially announced any specifications, and while they do share key details with OEMs and component makers, SeaSonic won't want to get in trouble with the red team by having this information leak out this early. With that said, a similar listing of the 7700 XT graphics card was made by TCL a few weeks ago, which means that something might be cooking up. We have heard rumors that the Navi 33 powered 7700 XT would launch first, while more enthusiast options launching slightly later. But that remains to be seen, as everything's up in the rumor mill. Also, we don't want to jump to conclusions just yet, but if there's a tiny chance that the SeaSonic PSU requirements for the 7000 series do end up being true, then it means trouble for Nvidia in the power efficiency space, as they are eyeing 450 to 600 watts for the high-end graphics card lineup. And I agree, this would be a pretty substantial power advantage for AMD over Nvidia. And as miners, obviously one of the big features here is that we wouldn't have the same requirements to upgrade for the power supply realm of things on 7000 series versus, of course, the 4000 series from Nvidia. And I think that will play a huge part also in the gaming segment, because upgrading your power supply for a new GPU launch, if you have another company that doesn't require you to upgrade the power supply, right, is going to be more advantageous to go one way over the other. And of course, performance will play a huge part in that. If the performance upgrade is enough, then those top end, PC gamer enthusiasts will want to go that route. For mining though, we are getting faster memory on the 7000 series. We are getting a 384-bit bus now this time around at the top end, which means more mining performance on the memory intensive algorithms. And I think all of that spells out good for the RX 7000 series compared to Ada Lovelace, if we're looking at it from a mining perspective. That being said, it can be further backed up because we have more information now on RTX 4060 graphics card specs And frankly, it looks like it's getting a cut down memory bus. And that's not good news for miners, especially if we start considering, you know, usually the range in which these GPUs come out and are really efficient for mining, i.e. 3060 Ti, 3060, 6600 on the AMD side, right? So usually the cheaper the GPU with the larger memory bus is kind of preferred for miners. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Crypto Mining Morning Show every Monday through Friday, 7:45 a.m. Pacific and 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time. You can check out more clips here, or if you're interested in checking out the entire live show, you can check that out down here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Tuesday.